I was at Rainforest 2014. I was not at Rainforest 2015 where everything kind of died. I was at the year before the con exploded.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. How you doing? Oh wait. There, now it's on.
Hello.
Hey yo. Yeah,
Okay, hold on. Let me just mute your actual thing here. Okay, this works pretty good. I like this.
Yeah, that pretty good idea to mute the stream.
Can you talk? Can I hear you when you talk, or do I have to have your stream open?
You don't need my stream open.
Oh, I don't hear you on here.
You don't hear me on Discord?
Well, I can't hear you talking.
What?
No, I don't.
Mother
Not at all.
Fuck. It sounds like you're responding to me directly. Oh, that'll do it.
I'm responding to your stream, which is a few things delayed, but I can't hear you coming from Discord at all.
You should be able to hear me now.
Oh, I can hear you now perfectly. That's fine. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, Discord set my audio devices to default again.
Oh, okay, it'll do that. But
I hate that.
should I introduce myself, or do you want to introduce me?
Please introduce yourself to chat.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Becca Skunk. That's my furry name. I go by Becca online or Batty Becca. I've been friends with Briley, very good friends for a couple of years now. And yeah, we hang out a lot regularly, and I dragged her ass to a Furry Con.
Yeah, and we're going to go into detail about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you lead it. It's your show, but like it was definitely like a very it changed, I think, a lot of things for both of us.
I definitely think it changed more for you.
Well,
actually,
I mean,
like unironically, it was a weekend of character development that really helped.
yeah, it was not filler.
Definitely not filler.
It wasn't a beach episode.
Is Briley a furry now? No, I'm a monster fucker, and I'm gonna take that cope to my grave.
Yeah, I'm sorry, monster fuckers are furry lovers, so just deal with it. You kimono fucker.
I don't have a fursona.
Yet.
There's a slight echo. Do you have headphones on?
I do. There shouldn't be an echo coming from that though. Hold on, I'll just turn it down on my headphones so there's no way it could echo. There we go. There should be no way it should echo.
It's like me echoing, but where is it coming from? I don't quite hear it now. Okay, it sounds like a subcategory of furry. Yeah, I know.
No, I mean, honestly, I do, I actually brought in 4 friends who were, if not furry, at least furry ancillary. Because Masha had, been working on making some partial fursuits. Jenna has a fursona. And then you and Cash just know me.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But I figured it would be a good vibe.
My girlfriend had one question about the Knights. Do you want to guess what it was? Like, when I had told her about the general exploits of what we did, the drug-fueled orgies, she only had one question. Can you guess what that question is? Did you fuck a fursuit? Yeah. It was.
I knew it.
Everyone just on or off.
People just assume. Okay, so I'm not saying furries don't fuck in fursuits, but it is more like a special thing than the rule because generally you don't want to get jizz on your $2,500 fursuit.
Yeah, it's really hard to get that stain and smell
they
out.
Actually, they make lower quality fursuits called mersuits, and those will be the ones where you can be hanging dong out of it and actually get fucked in it or fuck while wearing it.
Yeah, that's the one you take the big whiff in.
Yeah. Well, that's also the ones where people will tend to wear partials, just a head and maybe arm things and claws or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because then the rest of the body is free to be groped and felt up and such.
And it's easy enough to keep those spots clean.
And I'll say mersuit as an MURR, so myrrh. Sorry, I'm watching your chat, so I'm trying to answer as I see stuff.
Chat's pretty fun.
Yeah, well, I've got it live, so at least I'm not going to be delayed. But yeah, so the first night, Briley wasn't there.
Whoa, you almost doxed me and called me Brittany. Oh my god.
You just
That's
doxed
such a
yourself,
big
so
tattoo.
you just played yourself.
Tattoo in the VTuber community.
Anyways, so the first night, Briley wasn't there because they were just going to come for the one day, because it was like a big thing. So they Friday night I was at a private party where I met some people who I thought would be very good for the next day's party. I'm not sure how explicit you want me to be on here. Like, I'm not sure. But...
as long as we don't get too descriptive of any acts or
okay,
anything.
yeah, but I kissed a lot of girls, is what I'll say.
Yes.
So,
Kissing
anyways, the
and
next
hand holding.
there was, hey, shut up. There was not any hand holding. This is like not that kind of stream. Don't shut us down. But
hand
for
holding in my
real,
Christian stream.
But for real, that was the first night. I actually, did some drugs as well. I won't discuss the specifics on your stream, but I basically made a whole bunch of like new friends and people I got good vibes from. So when you came to the con, after you had your exploits, because here's the thing, I take Briley to a Furry Con, and like wanders off and fucks some boy like within like a couple hours of being
don't
there.
Don't misgender
what?
them. They're non-binary. They them.
Oh, sorry. They them. They wander off and fuck some person.
I got some they them throat.
You got some they them throat. You didn't even have to try. You just happened to be at the same con. Meanwhile, I pulled like every hot girl at the con into our room party that night.
Yeah, like there was
a bunch
an
of pretty hot
open
girls.
party, but
we didn't. I didn't trust an open party. Like, I don't want to go and just have random like cis boys like touch me when I can just have a room full of fucking genderqueer and like hot people.
That is fair.
That's private, and that's why that night was so cool, and that's why like a cute Esther Genby came in and like gave me the most intense fucking deep tissue massage of my entire life.
I still love that term, estrogenby.
Like it describes them exactly though. Like AMAB with estrogen, but it's still kind of non-binary and not identifying fully as female.
Yeah, just somewhere in that gender queer umbrella.
But like I pulled. That was like I had like 4 or 5 people show up just because I invited them, and I got to make out with like every single person at the party.
Yeah, I think you had said you asked 6 people to make out and made out with 10.
Yeah, because some people asked to make out with me.
Yeah, that's something people don't really consider. You can just be direct and say, hey, you want to make out?
Yeah, and some people apparently will see me and say yes. So that was pretty cool. But like the Furry Con was basically like me getting completely affirmed in that,
How
like,
become popular?
How become popular? Apparently go to a Furry Con and just like hit on people.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The odds were against you too, because there's so many like mask preferring furries, so to speak.
Yeah, and there was also a lot of absolute, like, when you say masks, we're not talking about like big fox heads, we're talking about masculine people. So here I am, this very, very femme person. Actually ended up like pulling a whole bunch of like other like trans girls and NBs and a few guys. Apparently I can pull boys as well.
Well, to be fair, pulling the guys is the easy part. It's getting
pulling
them to
the guys
finish.
Is not easy. Yeah, but I mean, damn. There was so many people wanted me, and I'm definitely going to every Furry Con in town after this.
I am a little mad that I didn't think ahead of time to get like a press badge to be able to do the interviews I wanted to do.
Well,
but
now you
I mean,
have
there's
a better
always
idea of the
another
vibe,
con
too.
around the corner.
You should do that for Halloween because it's much smaller and you'd probably be a lot easier to get on the spot interviews.
Yeah, and I actually have time ahead of time to I have time now to reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm a YouTube channel and I want to interview random con goers. Don't worry, I'm only going to get political and ask how they feel about Palestine. Unironically, that was going to be one of the questions.
I mean, that's like, you can understand why fur cons have a very like tight media policy, because there's been so many hit pieces, and also like there's a lot of people being very kinky in public, and they might not necessarily want that to be publicized.
Yeah, and nobody really likes an Ian Miles Chong.
Yeah, can I tell your audience the 2 shirts that I wore at that con?
Yeah.
Okay, so after 9:30 p.m., all con space essentially becomes 18 plus. So they expect like only adults will be there. So I wore a shirt on the first night that said, "Don't bully me, I'll come," and that got me quite a bit of action actually. And then on the second night, I wore a shirt that said, "This body is a machine that turns dicks into sucked dicks." And I just wore that around.
And how
like,
true
I've
that
never,
shirt was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I definitely want to suck more dicks at the next con though.
Well, I mean that's
that
part of why
enough.
people go to cons.
It's not that I didn't suck a lot. It's just I want to suck more.
You got a record to break.
Well, yeah. I mean, my record as of now is 6, which is not like, a small amount of dicks, but I could do better than 6.
You just got to put your mind to it.
I just have to maybe like find some masked people who are like, maybe they're not into like femme people, but maybe they're willing to try messing with a trans girl to see what it's like. I can respect that. Yeah,
there's plenty of bi-curious people out there.
Yeah, and maybe if I'm lucky, I can crack an egg.
I said this during
an egg one day.
I said this during when Finster had come out, but I don't think people should be trying to crack the eggs. I think you should let them hatch.
Okay, so here, I agree that should be a prime directive. But if you're at a con and you're already pulling some eggy boy, like, it's totally fine to suck his dick and then tell him, hey, have you tried estrogen?
Have you considered the following? Like, I've got no issue with blowing somebody and then being after, like,
true Lord and Savior, Esther Dial?
You sounded really feminine there. I think it would be a good look for you. Try it out. I think that is definitely different than saying, like, oh, you're trans.
Oh, you're trans, you just don't know it yet. I'm just like, hey, this is a nice dick, but I bet it would be a nicer girl dick.
Dual form?
I mean, that's basically Cassidy.
Yeah, that's true.
And they don't even fucking do HRT. Fuck.
I know, right?
They're pulling everybody. Cassidy shakes fist. It's okay though, for real. I just I found out everyone kind of thinks I'm hot, so I'm gonna keep going with that. But yeah, I mean, the Furry Con is basically. Oh
yeah.
I would 37 dicks in a row would be a good night.
I know, right?
I think people underestimate how much I like to suck dick, and you've seen this, so I mean, I'm not even just fucking like bragging about nothing.
I've seen this.
I'm
the reason you're so good.
Dick. Well, I mean, you're definitely among the most practice I've gotten.
This is true. Friends help each other practice their craft.
And I mean, I could go the gluck gluck gluck. And you're talking about Clerks.
Clerks I was thinking Clerks or Clerks 2. It sounds like it was
definitely Clerks 1. It was Clerks 1.
1? Oh, okay.
For sure, because that was like my favorite part of the movie. Clerks 1 is when they talk about like the contractors on the Death Star being innocent victims, when really like you knew you were making a death weapon for the Empire.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
You knew what you were getting into. Like, you knew you were working for gangsters. There's
a risk didn't know they were making these gas chambers for. I'm done with that joke.
It's called the Death Star. I mean, you're not making the Happy Star.
Sakes.
Well, yeah, let's just go right to the Holocaust, fucking Briley.
That's what I do.
We're just trying to have a good vibe here. And you're
I
like
mean,
Schindler's listing up
the
the whole fucking
Empire is
conversation.
so fucking fascist.
I mean, they're obviously stand-ins for the Jews, but like more like the fascist Italians. But
Kinda.
I mean, let's talk about the con vibe, because like that was a vibe, because it was basically a lot of very neurodivergent people, a lot of very nerdy neurodivergent people who are queer and horny and have a place that they can explore that without there being any judgment. Like that's why furry cons are so important, I think. Hello, I've lost you.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, overall, from what I remember of the con vibe itself, a lot of my time at the con was spent in hotel rooms.
Well, I mean, but like that's also the vibe of the con. Like next time we're definitely gonna go check out the party floor a bit more. We're gonna find some parties. We're gonna flirt. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna get a little like, inebriated on one substance or another. You know, I can handle my drugs pretty well now.
I do.
Oh, do you? So like you of course remember Dog Zone, right?
Yes.
That cute little blonde estrogen bee that I've been talking about. They like are getting. They said they're catching feels for me a bit, and they can cross the border as they wish. So like, they might be coming up to visit now and again, and I'm like, oh my god, I pulled somebody that hot. I'm in awe
the things
of like
you
this
can
whole
do
situation.
when you actually have a bit of confidence.
Just a little bit of I
it's
just pushed
wild.
past, and it wasn't anything I like wouldn't have done. It's stuff I wanted to do, but would have been too anxious to do. But I was a fucking rock star. I don't know. You know, we should get your fucking your like audience to ask questions.
I mean, yeah, if you guys got any other questions
Yeah,
about what
like,
went
questions
down
for,
at the
like-
Furry Con,
Yeah, there was like 3 orgies and 3 nights. The first orgy, it was a
I
private
was at
party.
2.
Yeah, you were at 2 of them. The first party was a private one for trans and GQ people only. And then the second night, I threw an orgy, and that was the one where, of course, Briley was at. And then we also we did Molly that night, so we had like a pretty intense roll, as I recall. As in, I don't recall the whole night.
I
And
also
then the
don't
last
recall
night,
if we're allowed to talk about that one on YouTube.
well, I think we can talk about use, but that's about it.
Stay in
But
school,
whatever.
don't do drugs.
Yeah, I won't talk about anymore until you clarify roles. And yes,
I
you
honestly don't even know.
Joestar, we said orgy. We had 3
Yes.
or I had 3 consecutive orgies and 3 consecutive nights, and Briley had 2. And then I got to sleep with Cassidy that whole night, and like here's the thing, like I know I'm actually backing off Cassidy like relationship wise for a bit, but I'm gonna like be such a horn dog about it.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And I'm like, because I still get to play with them, so it's not like I hands off. I'm just gonna be really horny about them because like I don't have to worry about relationship stuff right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Oh, so that's the thing. Like furries, all those like shy nerds, when you put them in private,
Is this you?
get like fill them with alcohol, and then let them loose on each other. They fuck. Furries fucking fuck.
Oh yeah, that's why you go to like a furry con or an anime con. It's to
Well,
meet
it's
other
why-
people and
here's the thing.
fuck.
There's cons where it's not like that, where the much more of like we're going to panels and maybe we'll go to like play some video games in
Well,
a
yeah,
friend's room
there are
and
definitely
meet blah, blah,
sometimes
blah.
where it's more atmospheric
That's like
of
a
we're just
ponycon.
there to meet up with our friends.
Yeah, but Vancouver and Halloween in particular are party cons. So it's all about a bunch of queer people doing drugs and fucking each other, which is why I'm very glad I have a standing STI order now.
Yeah, I gotta get that one.
You do have to get that done soon, because guess what? We're having another orgy soon. Briley's audience.
And you're invited. No.
Well, I better be fucking invited.
That was a
Oh,
joke
you mean
that it
they're
was
invited?
broadly to everybody listening.
STI means sexually transmitted infection, so I'm getting tested to make sure after kissing and holding all those hands that I didn't get something nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty much the woke version of STDs.
Yeah, sexually transmitted infections, not disease, because like not
Yeah,
everything's a
because they're
disease. Sometimes it's just
actually
an infection.
infections.
But I mean, that's the kind of thing. You get a test before the con, find other people who got tested before the con, play with them, and then get tested anyways.
Yeah,
It's called
be
being
safe.
a responsible and ethical slut.
Don't mind
And,
me, just
like,
dialing my doctor.
I hope it's not this.
kid,
Like,
I don't
maybe
have
not
one.
this next con, but maybe the next con, I'll actually have tits for people to play with too. So I'm on a list for so many surgeries right now.
I'm still waiting on my fucking top surgery.
Yeah, it's about 2-year wait from that to, but then it's only like a couple weeks after that.
I am on year 2.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, I'm getting ready for that wait too. I'm just doing a bunch of stuff in the meantime. But yeah, like there's people talking in your chat, and they should ask questions about like what happens at a Furry Con, like what.
Well,
were
we
the
just
people
explained
like?
it. You
Yeah,
have
but
orgies.
I mean, like, but there's also like an entire floor of room parties happening 2 nights in a row.
There was. Oh yeah, there was definitely like that party floor. There was also like dances and stuff, but I didn't go to that. I was
until 2 a.m.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Can't ask about that. You can ask whatever you want. I'm an open book.
Or ask me whatever too. I'm a guest. You can ask the guest questions.
Yeah, like prodding personal questions.
Yeah, this is Becca Skunk. You can ask questions. What is the weirdest thing I've heard happen, or my personal experience?
Let's go with your personal experience first.
My personal experience.
Can't bring yourself to ask.
I guess it would be doing drugs at the rainforest in 2015, and like basically like I didn't have shorts at the con, so I ended up just swimming in my underwear. And then we wanted to get something, so we like walked over to 7-Eleven. Like I was just dripping wet in my underwear, on a leash. So that was probably the most weirdest personal experience. The weirdest experience I've heard of was somebody who like got some mushrooms and just went insane and jumped in the pool loudly. I was at Rainforest 2014. I was not at Rainforest 2015 where everything kind of died. I was at the year before the con exploded.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't at the Rainforest the year it did exploded, but that was the first time I had done like heavy drugs at a convention. And they were like Rainforest was basically like a party con that was like basically ripping the hotel apart year by year.
Yeah, that one got a little out of hand.
It got out of hand.
There have been like a YouTube video or two about it. A lot of trustworthy sources talking about that one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the biggest problem was just people who were just like neurodivergent people who had absolutely no respect for the venue because they were just trying to like be as wild as they could because they could.
Yeah, people just wild and not wanting to realize or to remember, hey, you're adults. There's consequences to your actions.
Yeah, I mean, there should have been arrests. There was like several ODs in 2015.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's no ODs at our con. There was a lot of drugs, but no ODs.
God, wasn't there blood graffiti though?
Yeah, somebody cut themselves and wrote on a wall with the blood. That was nasty.
I didn't see it or any pictures of it, but
I heard about it.
Yeah, we heard about it. I hope that person's okay.
Yeah, for real. I mean, presumably they were the one doing the writing.
I was about to say hopefully, but is that the right word for the term?
I've never arranged a con, but I've definitely worked at a con. I've been a head of gaming at a few My Little Pony cons, but those are much less crazy.
I did some volunteer work at anime cons before. Yeah, because I couldn't afford the badge.
Next year at Vancouver, if we work at least 8 hours throughout the convention, we get in the next year's convention for free.
Oh, that's how they're doing it? Nice.
Yeah, that's how they've always done it. So I mean, like even this Halloween, you might want to do a little bit of volunteering just to like start getting your like infinite rotation free cons.
And we'll see.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, usually it's just like sitting in a door and checking badges, or like, watching a room. It's usually something like that.
Yeah. When I had done volunteer work for anime cons, a lot of it was, okay, here's the DVDs of the 2 panels you're going to be playing. That's what introduced me to, what was that called? Battle Angel or something? It was the
Battle Angel Alita, yeah.
The fighting doll anime.
Yeah.
That
and
one
then
was fun.
There's a live action movie that wasn't terrible. It's called Battle Angel. And they actually they took an actual live actress and then they made her eyes like larger, so it kind of looked like her still.
Has anything crazy happened at the anime cons you've been to? The craziest story I can really think of is there used to be yaoi paddles, but people got to...
Oh, until somebody busted their ass with one.
Yep. There also used to be glomping, but there was one specific Armstrong cosplayer from, Full Metal Alchemist. Like, huge ripped dude. And glomping is a tackle hug. So what happens when a ripped dude tackle hugs a kid? You don't get a glomp anymore. That's what happens.
You get a dead kid.
I'm pretty sure that kid was okay, but the freak out was enough for cons to be like, yeah, we're not allowing that anymore unless you guys have explicit consent.
Yeah, but at the next convention, I think I would like to go to a few panels with you, and then
those are wild.
And then just hang out at different parties and actually walk around a bit more, because it'll be much smaller and easier to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, we were pretty zooted out of our minds.
Yeah,
that was fun though.
It was super fun. Like it was safe. I felt safe the whole time. We had safe people with us. That's why I always get a room.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Well, this is really fun talking. I want to be on again. So if you ever just have something you want to talk with me or bring me on for sure. I have this cute little avatar that goes dark and light, and I love it.
Yeah, and it's just auto setup. You don't even need to worry about doing anything. It just uses your Discord profile.
Cool. Okay, well, it was nice talking to the chat, and it was nice being on your show finally. I really need to be on again.
We will find something to talk about in the future sooner or later. Nice having a chat. Talk to you again.
Yeah, talk to you soon, and goodbye, all of Briley's viewers. I will try to talk to you again soon. Bye.
She had to get running. That was nice. But yeah, there wasn't a, I mean, I don't remember a whole lot of going to panels. There were some panels that did catch my interest, but we didn't end up going. There was a Monster Smasher Pass. Oh, there was a a fursuit maid cafe. I forgot to ask Becca about that one. Who knows? Maybe it's a topic for a future video, future conversation. Who knows? We will find stuff to talk about. Anyways, yeah, that's my experience with furries. It's pretty fun. All things considered. Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike if you didn't. Let me know in the comments why you think I'm wrong. Check out the community on Discord. And remember, if you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed, you can always be the hoe. Just want to take a quick second and thank all the beeps that have joined my channel through the memberships. So thank you, Joestar, Maxi Kitty, JM, and Hero.